Here's how I make my popcorn for a cosy film night in. Place a wide base saucepan on the heat that you have a lid for. The thicker the base of the pan, the better, because then it helps distribute the heat more evenly. Leave it to heat up, then add about 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. The main aim is to not have the heat up too high so that you burn the oil. So you want to start with like a medium to high heat. Move it around to coat the surface of the pan. Add a few kernels and let them pop to know that the pan is then the right temperature to start. Once these have popped, you can add the rest of the kernels. I like to remove these pre-popped ones, but you don't have to. Add a single layer of kernels so that they will all be on the surface of the pan. Remove the pan from the heat and place the lid on. I have the pan off the heat for about 30 seconds to let the kernels gently get up to the temperature of the oil and let the heat settle. Toss them so the oil coats them and place them back to the heat. Shake the pan every now and then to move the kernels around. I take a little peep at mine every now and then to see how the kernels look. Mine were actually looking a bit too dark in colour, so I turned the heat down a little bit extra to stop them from colouring anymore. And then as soon as you can hear the kernels start to pop, you turn the heat down slightly. You know they're done when the popping slows to every 2 seconds, then remove the pan from the heat. I place the lid slightly to the side, but not enough so that any unpopped kernels could fly out. The reason I do this is to let steam out of the pan so the popcorn doesn't soften and then is crispier in texture. Once they are cool enough to touch, I then use my hands to place them into separate bowls to flavour them. I do this with my hands so that I can try and let any unpopped kernels fall through the gaps in my fingers. I then decide to try a popcorn flavour I've not done before, so I add an extra bowl. I always like to do a few flavours to have the contrast and switch it up, so every mouthful doesn't have to be the same. One bowl I'm flavouring with olive oil and salt. This is inspired by one of our friends, Maldon. It's his personal favourite, but now we're obsessed with it too. Mix and adjust until you're happy with the taste. With the other bowl, I'm doing a sweet flavour, adding cinnamon, a pinch of salt to enhance the flavours and balance it out, sugar and honey. I use flaked Maldon salt. It's a finishing salt that tastes nice just by itself, so it's not as overwhelming as fine sea salt. When tasting, I'd recommend tasting a few at a time. As before, I've only tasted one and judged the flavour off that, then added more salt. But when you eat popcorn, you do eat a lot at a time, and that flavour does intensify over time, so you want a more subtle flavour. This one is a flavour I've not done before. I saw someone suggest it online. Dill, olive oil and salt. I can confirm, absolutely loved it. Definitely going to be doing this one again.